No, but I was just looking at the other people on there.
Yeah. Kobe,
Chris Paul, Dwight Howard, Jeremy Lin,
Ricky Rubio,
Dirk,
Amari Stoudemire, and then the infamous GOAT that nobody thinks he's the GOAT except for me. And this dude, this young kid that he has a Dwayne Wade edits page on Instagram where he just takes all his highlights or anything he's doing and just kind of make like mixes of them and stuff. Pretty dope. D-Wade gave him a few shout outs. I think he gave him tickets to one of his last games, and he got to meet D-Wade and everything. I was like, must be nice.
Right, Dwayne Wade seems like he's that type of guy.
Yeah,
he'll just if he sees he's kind of like Gabriel. Mm-hmm. Like if he sees a fan or something.
Hey, he walked in to schools, and everybody know who he is, and he just just hang out with him and stuff. So, anyways, we are here. We just got done doing a PS5, Xbox, Scarlet 2, whatever you guys want to call it, preview of some of the specs and new features. It's going to be on Culture Scope YouTube page. Check it out.
Now that you can actually find me.
Yeah, I got on one night and I was like, oh, that's why.
Right before you texted me,
I realized it the night before, but I knew you were asleep, so I didn't say anything. Then whenever I woke up,
I realized when we were doing the live streams, I'm like, this doesn't say like David Fett. It says Fett's frequency. I'm like,
that's what happened. Actually, I have two different YouTubes. My main one where I follow and subscribe to other people's stuff that I had before doing this. And I was trying to make that one my main one, but I did some dumb shit, like, all together. So then I had to make a new one, and I was like, oh, maybe I should not put my name and all the other dumb shit there. So, yeah. We got to figure it out. So you guys go check that out. Right now, we're going to talk about the upcoming NBA season. Today's Sunday. I'll probably have this out Monday sometime. Most likely, and then the season starts on Tuesday. Thomas isn't all-around sports fan, I would say, but it's hard for him to get into one sport, like as far as like how bad I get into NBA. So
I don't want to say bad. It's just like you.
Well, no, I mean I'm just in it,
right?
Like I'm in it.
You have more time to actually sit down and watch a game.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily that, but it's just I'm more into basketball, like so I'll make time for it,
Right.
So
it's hard for me to make time whenever I'm at work and with the kids. Mm-hmm. Like I'll check the highlights out after, but I can't sit down and watch a game.
It's hard for me to, especially now, like during the school year and working. Like last year, like I couldn't even watch nearly as many games as I wanted, and a few times my teachers caught me on the computer, like checking just the live score so I could just keep up with stuff, and like I couldn't even do that anymore. So it's rough, that adult life. But we are just going to talk about the season opener. I'll put up a graphic of some sort of the games that will be like premiere week. NBA always does like a premiere week. Normally they have games on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday after football season, Saturday night after football season is over, and then Sunday afternoon after football season is over, they start doing games. But during the regular, like during football season, they have like 2 or 3 nights a week that they, like on ESPN will show stuff and all that, and TNT. So I'll get that up for you guys. Right now, I'm going to pull up something I made that will just break down who I feel is like top title contender. Then I have the playoff teams, and then I have some of the average to below average teams. And these are, divided between East and the West. I have 3 title contenders for each, 5 playoff teams for each, and then 6 average or below average teams for each conference, East and West. So I'm going to put that up for you guys right now, and then we'll just go over them, be in and out of our face. First, in the East, And I'll see how Thomas feels about it. I have Milwaukee 76ers and the Raptors. Reason being for that is Milwaukee is pretty much more or less the same team as they were last year. And I think Giannis is going to get a lot better than what he was last year and not be so one or two dimensional. Sixers actually got better even after subtraction of Jimmy Butler. They still added Josh Richardson, and they, I'm pretty sure they signed Tobias, and they still got Embiid and Simmons. So I know JJ Redick left. Raptors, I'm gonna keep them there for now. These are just, the Raptors for me are subject to change depending on what they do. I only give them the nod because the only person they did lose is Kawhi, which is a lot, but it's still a team sport. So it's not like one player, unless it's LeBron on the Cavs back in 2008, is going to make a dramatic difference, So then I have, or who do you have in your top three, I should say?
For the playoffs?
For the East. No, I just have it as title contenders, playoff teams, and then average to below average teams. And right now I'm on the Eastern Conference side, and I got Milwaukee, Sixers, and the Raptors.
I pretty much agree. I would just say Milwaukee. I'm putting the Nets in there.
The only reason why I wouldn't, and I understand that, and it was hard for me to figure out, and that's because KD is injured. And there's only maybe two good people on all of the Nets, and that's Kyrie. Their centers like Allen or Garrett Allen or something like that. But he's like a really good defensive rebounder and shot blocker and stuff. But everybody else is kind of, hit or miss.
Right.
So that's the only reason why the Nets wasn't in my title contending teams, because nobody knows when KD is coming back.
Right. But your West, I completely agree.
Yeah. I guess we'll just go back and forth. The title contenders I have for the West: Clippers, Lakers, Warriors. I know Golden State lost KD. I don't think it was that big of a deal. They need some inside protection in the rim for rebounding and shot blocking. What's up? Right. Okay. And then D'Angelo Russell, I feels like not makes up for Kevin Durant, but he can make up for at least some of that scoring. I think he just needs to average in the 20s, 20 to 23 points a game, something he can do easily, I think. Clippers just have an all-around good starting lineup, and then they have all-around good defense, and then we know their acquisitions this year. They got PG and Kawhi. Lakers got AD, and they shipped off some people. They don't have Lonzo. They don't have Brandon Ingram. Josh Hart, they don't have him. Well, they all went to the Pelicans, and then they got Anthony Davis, and they kind of just filtered around LeBron and AD. And I hate to say it, but LeBron is on a winning team again. Not as natural as what the Heat and the Celtics will try to do. But
my only thing is, this happened with the Cavs. Halfway through the season, he just made them start trading people off because they weren't doing what he wanted to do, and not what the coach and the team wanted to do.
It's a lot with that, man.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you, because
I'm just saying
he's always done that for at least a decade now. He's been on that, like almost a decade. Yeah, just like by January or during the All-Star weekend, he'll start throwing his temper tantrums and making the Instagram posts and saying he like they're top heavy as fuck and all this stuff he always does. But
dramatics that don't need to be in basketball.
Right. And I think the only way that this happens, again, something like happened in his last year with the Cavs, is if they stay healthy, but yet they find no team chemistry. And they also just got a new coach after letting go Luke Walton. They have Frank Vogel, and he was an old Indiana Pacers coach back in when LeBron was with the Heat Frank Vogel was the coach of the Pacers. So I know the some of those, we can. I think it's safe to say the first 6 teams I named are a lock for. What I mean by title contender is not can you make it to the NBA Finals, but you can win the NBA Finals. Okay, that's what I mean. What was that?
If they actually try and want to play,
a lot of things. That injury, if they make it there. So these are just the teams that I have. These 6 teams I have betting making it there, and out of these 6 teams, I know one of them will probably win the title. Now my playoff teams are a mixture of they could be title contenders or they just are what they are in playoff teams and they're going to make the playoffs interesting. The East, I have Miami, Celtics, Pacers, Nets, and Pistons. The Pistons can be interchangeable with any of the average or below average teams that you see down there. I have Miami and the Celtics there because Miami, I'm going to go back to us, Thomas, and then I'm going to pull it forward. I have Miami because even though we lost to Hassan Whiteside, we've been kind of on the shitty end. D-Wade just retired. I know a lot of things are going on, but we still got Jimmy Butler. We just got drafted this guy named Tyler Hero. He's he really good, bro. Like surprisingly really good. We just got this dude. He just dropped 40 points the other night on the Rockets. I know it was his preseason, but
but that's still 40 points.
40 points in the NBA. We got Bam Adebayo, and then we got Goran still. So my thing is for the Heat to be successful, they got to build off their team chemistry that they built this offseason and get rid of any toxic players. Cough, cough, Deion Waiters, cough, cough. Any players like that don't want what's the best interest for the team. Celtics, for me, it's a toss-up. It's a toughie because not only did they lose Kyrie, but they lost Al Horford as well. So I'm not saying that they're not. I think with the Heat, Celtics, and the Pacers, we just got to see what they do because all 3 of those teams either lost somebody or lost somebody to injury or just something along those lines. And the Pacers is one of those teams that lost Victor Oladipo to injuries last year, and Nate McMillan, the head coach of the Pacers, just hopes that they can get some sort of that back this year. So, and then the Nets and the Pistons are just where they are because it's the lesser of 8 evils that are left, and I just don't see any of the average or below average teams down in the East column making any moves. The only one I can see is Atlanta, but we'll get to that. You feel any type of way about your Celtics, or how do you have anything differently than what I got for the East playoff teams?
No, it's just of course I'm worried because, like you said, Kyrie left and Al Horford left. But I think Gordon Hayward can actually do something if they let him. Because of course we lost him.
And you lost Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
He's I think he plays for Orlando now. So
those are 3 big names that we lost, and like I said, we lost Gordon Hayward to injury a couple years ago.
Yep, 2 seasons.
Yeah,
2-3 seasons.
Yeah, that was the best season the Celtics has ever had, besides winning the finals. But I think if they could build around Gordon Hayward and let him be the star he can probably be, I think we'll be all right.
I think so too, because like what you just said, the Celtics that year that Gordon Hayward got injured, Kyrie also was injured majority of that year and wasn't even in the playoffs, and they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So
it's just going to be their chemistry.
Yeah, it's chemistry and the coaching, and if they can get any star going. I know y'all still got Jason Tatum, and I know y'all got Gordon Hayward. But it's just somebody got to step up, you know.
Right. If them 2 could just work together and gel and command that team, we could do something.
Speaking as a Heat fan that didn't have, we had D-Wade last year, and then a little less than half the year before that. But like not having a star on your team, like I can see like how effing tough it is
Right.
because Hassan thought he was a star. Goran thought he was a star. Fucking Tyler Johnson thought he was a star. He's damn near need to be out of the NBA. And we were scratching to get like the 8 and 9 seed, which is the last the 8 spot. There's 8 spots in the playoffs, so we literally were always a game out every year. Like so, this been last year we didn't make it, and I feel like it's coaching. He Spoelstra doesn't know how to do in-game adjustments, but so we may move over to the Western playoff teams now. This is tougher. I know you guys are looking at some of my list and being like, I don't know, Dave. And I'm just like, some of this is based off of what I see coming and based off of last year, and that matters. I'm not saying that some of these teams will have the same stats or wins and loss columns. I'm not going that deep into it just yet. We haven't seen anything shake up.
I was just going to say, you never know what's happening with the Lakers.
Yeah. Well, all the teams in the West is just so.
I'm just saying with the Lakers, LeBron can go down.
Yeah.
And then they could be down there in the bottom seed. Mm-hmm. You don't know.
Anthony Davis is out actually with a left thumb or I think a left hand injury of some sorts. Russell Westbrook just recently got traded for CP3 to go to the Rockets, and CP3 is on the Thunder with a bunch of young players or players that are past what any prime that they did have. But the Rockets, Trailblazers, and Jazz are right there if I had more room to put them in my title contender spot. So they could easily overtake Golden State and the Lakers. I really think, barring injury, the Clippers will be the top team, just wins-wise. I think they'll just be the most complete team until we get to the playoffs, and then that's when things will start to get really interesting. So, as you can see, I'll go back to them. I got the Rockets, Trailblazers, Jazz, Spurs, and Timberwolves in my playoff teams in the West. And, as you can see, my title contenders in the playoff teams, that's eight teams right there per conference. So these are the teams I think will be in the playoffs. The two dark horses, or I'll give two dark horses from each conference that I can see doing something, and that is the Heat, based off of everything I said, and the Celtics, based off of everything I just said, and then the Rockets. Don't hurt me, Dame Dollar, and the Jazz. I can't say the Trailblazers because in the playoffs, they always seem to not play the same that they did in the regular season, and you can't have that. You got to be able to play harder in the playoffs than you do in the regular season. So do you see anything that you think is different or that you don't necessarily agree with? Where my West?
Not really, just because, like you said, I'm not into basketball. I'm into basketball, but not like knowing the players and their stats and, what last year, what they did. I'm not into it like you, but like I just know my Celtics and I follow your Heat just so we can talk shit. But
but it all matters whenever LeBron is with the Lakers, So, but those are my playoff teams. Now I'll get to the average, below average teams. I only see in the East. I only see one team that could upset and replace the Pistons, and that would be Atlanta. But all my below average teams are the Bulls, Cavs, Magic, and Hornets. Just piss poor. At least the Knicks have a starting point with some of the young players that they have. They have a starting point, and I think they just want to see what happens. But everybody else is just fucking god awful, garbage. There's no need to even watch it. I'm sorry if you're a fan of those teams because it's gonna be rough for you. That's all I can say. But I do see Atlanta with the young players that they got, and then they still got Vince Carter to shine some guidance, and he was still whacking some threes the other week or the other day. So, and then I got on the West, I could see the Mavericks and Denver taking out the Spurs and the Timberwolves if they play up to it. But my below average teams and the Pelicans, being that they just got Zion and everybody from the Lakers and some other acquisitions that they already had, I mean, I could see them being 9 or 10, but I definitely don't see them making the playoffs. Just because everybody there is too new, too young, not enough experience. I think they'll make things fun and entertaining and exciting, but to me, they're just a step above my next few teams, and that's the Kings, Suns, and OKC. And for those teams, it's just like no light at the end of the tunnel for them. Like not anywhere near this year or next year. I don't see those teams even being in the playoffs. Now, I could be wrong. Just going to say. Season hasn't started yet. A lot of, you don't know what injuries, energy, how things is working out for teammates, trades.
I was about to say last minute trades, you know.
Yeah, so you never know how things can shake up. I'll probably be doing a video or some sort for the NBA, like once a month or once every month and a half or so, just to
update.
Yeah, keep an update. And, keep you guys informed. Some people on my Facebook and on my Instagram are, they follow the sport and everything. So
as I can clearly tell, my sport I try to follow more than anything.
Yeah. So I mean, but he got Boston. You got some Boston Bruins over there.
So here's the thing. I'm a Boston fan, but I hate the Patriots.
Because he's a disrespectful pig.
Damn, I'm a pig now.
Well, most of your disrespect is a pig, not you. Like if you had a disrespect thing, you could form an animal.
So here's how they can tell my love for the Red Sox. At least I went to Boston for a week.
Yeah. Just
to see David Ortiz play in Fenway before he retired.
At least you got to, though. At least you got to.
I know. I'm sorry we couldn't go and fulfill our dream of going to see D way down.
There was a few times. I know. That was my fault. I should have been trying to fucking. Life's hard, though, man. I live in Indiana. I was fucking am I going to get to Miami?
But it's not like you can't get down to, down to Indy and watch.
Yeah, but the problem is.
But you want to watch your team at home, but.
I mean, I don't really care about that. It's just the injury report. Whenever that comes out, or who's playing or something, most of the time, whenever it's like them playing the Bulls or the Pacers, the last 10 years, other than the 3 years that the Pacers was actually doing something, like D-Wade probably wouldn't even play. So it's just like, what's the point of wasting that money? And it's just like, I'd rather find my way to get to Miami or get to a game that I know, like, he will play for a fact, even if he was a little injured.
We had a quick story that David hates me for. When we were in Boston, we were looking for a place to park, and we walked up from the garage to get to the street level, and I was in TD Garden.
Oh, yeah.
And I sent David a picture to
my wife. I love that court, bro. That court is cold.
My wife was under the TD Garden like this with her short ass that lined it up perfect. And he was so salty.
He went with somebody that don't love sports a fucking iota.
I didn't realize we were partying.
She don't even love fake sports like wrestling. He's just disrespectful. He hates me.
I did not intentionally mean to go.
Let the Frank Sinatra music play. That's life.
Well, that's your job. Let it play.
See? Anyways.
I mean, hold on. I can pull it on real quick.
So I'm going to give you guys one more refresher of what it is. These are my picks. This is what I think is going to happen. Thomas is, more like-minded to me. Like, he might have a little differences in some things, but not too many. But this is what we got or shaking up so far. The season starts on Tuesday. Check out Thomas from the Culture Show. That's one. I'll pause. That's Instagram, YouTube. We got some pop videos coming, more video game reviews, more sports review stuff, preview stuff. Gonna try and do a few more things. Keep you guys on your toes. Just watch out for it. One day, one of us is gonna be wearing a dress. And it's going to be piss poor, you guys.
Oh, I can show them what we can put on real quick if you want to put it out there.
What's that?
The next time we do something, we make it a bet.
What is that?
Hold on. Let's see.
I got a bet, though. I got a bet. And then we can make another bet that'll happen sooner. But my bet is that the Heat will have more wins this season than the Celtics.
This is what we can put on.
It's a nightingale that our grandmother wore. Thomas is gonna be one wearing that. Sorry.
I ain't even got two if it's a tie.
This should be on Mondays for you guys. And Tuesday I'll be doing a top 10 Spider-Man villains. Not sure if Thomas will be there or not, but I'm be
Pops or just in general?
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really because I'm pretty sure enough of his villains are out. The only ones that I won't be able to do that I'm gonna have an honorable mention for is the Kingpin, and then is it Shocker or Electro?
So you're gonna have the Kingpin in your video, bro.
But the Kingpin pop that they're calling it. So yeah, all that. You guys check it out. Don't hold you any longer. Let me know what you think of the NBA season coming up. Who's your favorite teams? What did you think about any of the off-season moves or trades or signings, whatever? Just let me know how you feel. Hit us up in the comments. Thanks for all the subscriptions and watching. Keep your eye on the Culture's Club. He's going to have a video out within the next couple of days. And, yeah, take it easy. Or tonight. Take it easy, guys. Appreciate it.